So hi guys, good morning. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for the love and support. So I've just come here in the farm. I want to harvest some pumpkin so that I can use to make the pumpkin soup. I'll also harvest some carrots that I'm going to use. I have also seen garlic there at the farm, so I'm also going to harvest the garlic, and then later on I'll go and start cooking. So one of you told me how to look at a mature pumpkin. So anytime the other end of the pumpkin is has started to dry up, that's when it's mature. So I've seen one that is almost at that stage, so I think it's mature enough. So come as I harvest the pumpkin. Oh, yes. Natengeneza malenge. Nataka kuvuna hapa malenge. Malenge. Umeweka? Inaenda. Itazaa? Itazaa. Sio kama hii. Si kama hii. Hii yangu ni nyeusi, ndio. Kwa matawi ni black. Ni black, lakini hata tena hii kiweka hii malenge ni nyeusi. Uoza sio rahisi. Serious? Stop. Tendanga tu hivi. Wewe mwenyewe unakuja tu hapa asubuhi na mamako tu. Unachuna kama 10. Iko chini. Nachukua hapo 2 3. Maneno inaenda mbele. Asante. Wewe ndio nani? Sawa. Please do not forget to like the video and also comment to the video where you're watching this video from. So I'm still looking for the squash seeds because I really love the taste that it has, and it always has some sweet taste in it. So it's also very good for the kids. It's always very nutritious. So I just want to plant at least 1 or 2 squash so that I can also be alternating on squash and also the pumpkin. So I just want to harvest some carrots here. The carrot season on this side is almost over. I'm still waiting for the other ones to be bigger enough. This time around, this area did not produce a lot of carrots. I think because of how the soil was. The carrots do not like a soil that has some, I think, some small stones. So this area of the farm, the soil had some rocks. So the other parts of the farm that I've planted the carrots, they have come up. They are still doing well. So I'm still waiting for them to grow a little bit bigger so that I can start also harvesting from there. So one of my subscribers said that I should speak Swahili, I should be proud of my Swahili. So why am I not speaking Swahili? And the reason why I speak English in my videos is because I have other subscribers that are from different countries. And when I speak Swahili, they will not understand. So I think I have answered you the reason why I speak English and not Swahili most of the time in my videos. But if you want to hear me speaking Swahili, you can come to my live anytime I have my live. You can come there and hear me speaking Swahili. So I've just harvested the garlic. I'm not sure if it is fully mature. I don't know how it's doing. I'll just open it up and see how the cloves are, and then I'll let you know. What are you doing? Chafu. Chafu. Hii inakuja kupandia nini? Chafu. No. You. No, don't do that. No. So, as I wash my pumpkin and the other vegetables that I have harvested, so I just wanted to say one day I'm going to tell you on how I ended up loving farming, and the reason why, or the main reason why I started farming my own food here. Because when you live in the countryside, most of the time there are some vegetables that you will never find, especially here in Western Kenya, in Bungoma. There are some of the vegetables that they are very expensive, especially the carrots, the ginger, the garlic, the hoho, or which we call bell peppers. They are very expensive. So most of the reasons that made me start just planting my own food was because of sustainability, and also to save some cash, because just buying them in the market every single day, it became very expensive. And I just checked my garlic as I was washing, and it seems to be not fully packed like the garlic that we buy in the store. So I think I'm not sure about the others, because I just have to dig so that I can see if they have produced or not. But I think I will try and research more on garlic, especially garlic, because for ginger I'm good with growing ginger. So I'm just going to research a little bit more on garlic so that I know what went wrong, because right now they have stayed here, they have stayed in the farm for around, I think, 6 months or something, either 5 or 6 months. So that's long, because they're supposed to have matured at month 8. After 8 months, you are supposed to have started harvesting. So I'll just do a research and know how to produce or how to plant garlic for better yield. And this is a very nice pumpkin. I think this time round I was able to harvest it when it was mature. The other time I harvested the other pumpkin, it was not fully matured. So the moment I cooked it, it became too soggy very fast. So, and even the taste was a little bit weird. So this time round, because just the way I'm trying to remove the seeds and the way it is compact, this one has really matured. And thank you so much for that subscriber who told me how to check on how to check if a pumpkin is mature or not. So because I am cooking it and I will blend it later, I decided just to peel it so that it will make my work easier, especially when the blending starts. So I'm just going to cut it into medium sizes, so that it will be easier also to cook. They will cook faster, and also when I'm going to blend, they will also blend faster. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm just through with cutting the onions, the tomatoes, and also I've grated some carrots. Not a lot, just a little bit, because you know carrots also love overpowering when you put in your food. So also I also love the smell of garlic in my soups. So that's why I've put garlic. I rarely put fresh ginger in my food, I don't know why, because it brings out that like peppery taste in food. So most of the time when I put garlic ginger in my food, the kids tend to refuse to eat. They say that I've put pepper. So, and also me, I don't like too much ginger in my food. So that's why I love the smell and also the taste of garlic. So I'm just pounding just a little bit. I've pounded two garlic. So I just want to pound and then start cooking after I've prepared all the ingredients. So I know everyone cooks their soups in different ways, but mine, I just cook the normal way that I cook any other food here in my home. So I just put some little bit of oil, not too much, and then I put the onions, let the onions cook just a little bit. After you've seen them start browning, and then I'm going to add the garlic. And the reason why I add garlic later on is because garlic cooks very fast. So when you put them together with the onions, they will start burning very early. I'm not going to use the spring onions because I love just eating spring onions just when they are whole, and I do not want that taste of spring onion in my soup. So after the garlic and the onions have cooked well, I'm going to put the tomatoes and the carrots. And mind you, I haven't put the bell peppers. And this is the reason why I have never done that, just blending bell pepper in food or in my soups. So I just want to have that taste of that garlic and any other spice apart from the spring onions and the bell pepper. That's how I feel I will cook my soup. So I'm just going to add enough water just to help it to cook really well, and then I'll cover it and then give it some time. I'll not put a lot of heat because these sufurias have the tendency of burning from the sides. So when you put a lot of fire, this food tends to burn before it's even the water, before even the water is over. So I'm just going to put it in medium heat so that it cooks really well, all of it. So as we wait for our pumpkin to cook, let us prepare some scones. So I prepare my scones this way. I put warm milk, 1 cup of warm milk. I'm going to use 4 tablespoons of sugar. I always say for sugar it depends with yourself, your preference. If you want too much sugar or little sugar, that's your own option. I'm going to use 2 teaspoons of instant dry yeast, and also I'm going to add some 2 eggs. I'm not going to separate the eggs, I'm just going to beat them as they are, just 2 eggs, and they will be enough for our recipe for today. So you make sure you beat the mixture really well.
Small scones. Yep.
Because of time, I just had to use the whisk, the electrical whisk. So let me just beat it thoroughly and then start now putting the dry ingredients. So for flour, right now I want to add some flour. So I'm going to put 4 cups of flour. But just an advice, if you're putting your flour, make sure you put it bit by bit. So as you put, you mix. As you put, you mix. And the reason why, if you put all the 4 cups immediately, you might get you might end up having a very tough dough. So I've added a half a teaspoon of salt. Just it's your choice if you want to add salt or not.
Actually.
And the secret about having a good dough is how you knead. So the more you knead your dough, the better the results. So especially if it is chapati, mandazi, bread, and also pizza, if you're making pizza dough, all that dough, make sure you knead your dough properly. And if your bowl is not too big, make sure you can also put it on the surface and also start making your dough. Especially if you're using yeast, make sure when you put in your on the surface, you keep on kneading and stretching, and by doing that you will be able to get a very fine and smooth dough.
Nini?
So after you've knead your dough very well, I'm going to add some margarine. I forgot to add cooking oil during our first steps. So if you want to also add cooking oil, you can add some 2 tablespoon or 3 tablespoon of cooking oil. So at this point the dough will start breaking, but no problem. After you've kneaded it for some time, it will end up becoming smooth. So you make sure you just continue kneading until your dough becomes now smooth. That's when you start now rolling them. So right now I'm going to just apply some little oil on our bowl and then put our dough into a bowl and then cover it for around 40 minutes to 1 hour. It's okay. After 40 minutes, you're good to go to start using your dough. So as our dough rests or sits, I'm just checking on our pumpkin and it is well cooked. I can see the difference in texture between the other pumpkin that I cooked and this one. This is dry enough. It has cooked well. Apart from cooking well, it was mature enough. So I've let it become cool for some time. So right now I just want to blend, so I'm just going to pour all the mixture, not all, I'm going to use just a little bit. The other ones I'm going to use to eat breakfast with it tomorrow. So I'm just going to use just a little bit, like half of the pumpkin that we've cooked, and then I'm going to add some milk. I really like when I put milk in my soups, but this time round I want to put milk so that also the kids can take. Most of the time they like it when there is milk. Our soup is smooth and ready, so I'm just going to let it stay just for now and start making our scones. So I had forgotten we are taking scones, some soup, and with some smokies. It's very hard to get sausages here in the village, so that's why most of the time we take scones, smokies. But I'm not a fan of smokies, so I'm just preparing it because of the kids. So I just want to prepare it. This is just how I prepare mine, not with too much oil. I do not deep fry them, just with very little oil, and we are good to go. So our smokies are done, our soup is done, so it's time now to prepare the scones. So our dough did not rise as much as I would wish it to rise. I don't know why. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll check on the expiry date of our yeast. So, but it's still enough and okay also. So I just want to remove some air if it was there. So some little air, and then start rolling them, and then I'll let it rest for around also 20 minutes, and then start baking. So the size of your scones depends on how you want them to be, either too big or too small or medium size. So mine, I just want them to be medium size, just enough for the size. This size is just enough. So I just want to cut them into balls, and then put them in our tray. That's what I'm going to use to bake our scones. So the first time I made scones, they were really terrible. I think most of the pastries that I have always tried to make, the first encounter is always terrible. But after I've done several attempts, now I've perfected on most of them. And even right now, I do not measure. If I just see this ingredient, I know if it is enough or not. So most of the time, if I see, if I've put either, I think like today I put, I think the yeast was not enough. I think in my thinking, I think I was to put like 2 tablespoons of yeast and not 2 teaspoons. So next time I think I'm going to put 2 tablespoons. So I'm going to let it rest, and then so I just waited it for I think 20 minutes as I was watching some TV with some tea. I'm just going to pour some milk You can also pour some egg yolk on top. I do not have a brush, so who am I not to use? I'm just going to improvise with a teaspoon. So I'm just going to apply on top of the buns and then put it in the oven. So I had preheated our oven. So our oven is at 180 degrees. It depends with your oven. If it goes, my oven only goes up to 220 degrees. So most of the time I bake my pastries with 180. So I'm just going to bake it for around 15 minutes to 20 minutes and they'll be good to go. So they're done, and they're well cooked inside and also outside. As you can see, it is brown enough. So we are going to serve our, I think this is our early supper, because right now it's around 5 p.m. So yeah, I'm going to serve some soup, and I'm going to serve for everyone. The kids, my two little ones are still asleep, but my son is awake. So I'm just going to serve for us, so that even the kids, for the kids, so that it can even warm up a little bit, so that it's not hot when they want to eat. I always say it's always important to teach your kids some of these foods, because these fancy 5-star restaurants, it's always common when you get in the menu some pumpkin soup. So anytime they will see that, they will always say, my mom used to prepare this at home and I want it. So this is my complete meal: some soup and some buns and some smokies. That is what we are having today. Come.
Thank you.
Welcome. So thank you so much for watching. If you have watched this video till the end, thank you so much. Thank you for always supporting me. Be blessed. See you in my next video. Bye bye.